East Main Avenue in downtown Chewelah offers craft beverages and brick oven-fired pizza, including a variety of sandwiches, salads, pasta, and homemade soups. Featuring weekly events such as bingo, karaoke, and live music. Fired Up Pizza also has space for your private event and offers both in-house and off-site catering services. Open daily at 11:30 a.m. for lunch and dinner. For more information, visit their Facebook page or contact Fired Up Pizza at 509-936-9121. Fired Up Pizza is a proud supporter of public radio in Stevens County.
Your KCHW morning show made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at CheWelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at CheWelahFlooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
Get off your phone, Cat. We're on the air.
I'm looking at events.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the KCHW Morning Show. It is Friday, September 20th. We are here with the lovely Paula Randall, the even lovelier Craig McQuain. Oh, I didn't mean to say that out loud.
He said that.
He is lovely.
I'm glad I showered.
And we and
Just
we
because
have
he has more hair than I do.
right. He has more hair on his face than I have on my head. I have more face on my hair than I have on my head.
You have more face.
And we have a very special guest this morning with us on the morning show, K.S. Brooks.
Good
Good morning, Kat. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
How are you guys today?
Good morning.
Good. I'm excited.
Yeah?
Yes.
What are you excited about?
Well, my family and I are going to go look at the old growth cedars.
Oh.
Yes, and so we are
Cedar
off
Grove,
on
Roosevelt Cedar Grove.
Yes,
Yeah.
Very
yes.
cool.
So we are
Beautiful.
off, and we're gonna go, and I'm so excited, and we're like trying to get prepared for our first fall hike, and yes.
It's a good
Nice.
hike.
And this weekend is the autumnal equinox, and so tomorrow it's officially fall. It's already been meteorological fall, but now it's going to be, fall.
Official fall. So we can
Fall.
We can make it Facebook official now.
Yes.
Say that we're actually a couple with fall. Something like that. I don't know.
Work
Facebook
on that.
official. Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
have
that
another
was-
sip of coffee.
Yeah, I probably need like another 4 or 5 sips of coffee. Good morning, Kat. How are you?
Good morning. Good, thank you.
Good. So apparently it turns out, just let us know, K.S. Brooks is a
Yes.
woman's name, right? I understand.
Yeah.
We have you on the show this morning?
Yeah. When I announced my quote unquote retirement from the Independent, a lot of people commented, "Thank you, sir, for your service. You this, that, and the other." And I mean, it was all very nice, and I'm not going to correct people, but no, not a dude. But the reason, the history behind using my initials was back in the 80s when I was writing action adventure novels, women didn't do that. And you had Clive Cussler and James Michener and all those guys writing, action adventure. So I was like, what do I do here? Because I don't want to have people just see my name and automatically reject my books.
Right.
So I was watching Angela Lansbury in Murder, She Wrote, who is J.B. Fletcher. And I was like, oh. So she inspired that. And actually, she and I had the same birthday, and I sent her a letter that year just saying, hey, love your work. Thank you, because I'm now going by my initials, and happy birthday. We have the same birthday. That woman sent me a birthday card back.
Oh, how fun.
She was amazing.
Did you keep it? Do you still have the birthday
Hell
card?
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
right?
yeah, I'd keep a birthday card from him.
Hell yeah.
That's cool.
So,
Oh, how
yeah, that
fun.
was pretty cool. But that's why I go by my initials, and I've been doing that since the 80s. So,
Very
That's
cool.
yeah.
Now, you should. I want to see that. Some before you leave, you need to.
Oh, honey, I got to find it. It's locked away somewhere.
Probably somewhere in a storage unit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. We've got a lot of those storage places. Too much stuff. You have how many? 4 storage units?
Yes. Well, one's filled with like photography. I mean, I was shooting film photography since like 1979. So I have all the negatives, all the prints, all the books, everything.
Wow.
And
So you probably have 3 metric tons of old negatives.
Probably. And slides. I shot slides for a while. And of course, all my writing. So, I mean,
Nice.
just 30 books published. There's so many more manuscripts that I never did anything with. So, yeah, there's a lot.
Wow. And so that means you can't leave though. Because
Ever.
it's
Yeah,
gonna
you
be
gotta
too much
stay.
work. You're just gonna change your mind and say, you know what, it's not worth the effort. I'm just gonna stay here.
No. She has a dream. I mean, we
have a
can't. It's going to be
dream.
weird not to have you here. But
I want to move to the coast and
Yeah.
solve crimes with the local police department. Oh, wait, no, that was Angela Lansbury. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait. Yeah. It's never too late.
right?
never too late.
It can happen.
I'm going to go for my PI license, actually.
Are you really?
Yes.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. Cat
Right?
and PI.
Well, according to a friend in law enforcement, it means absolutely nothing, but I would at least have the satisfaction of having it.
Right?
Is that one of those where you actually go to training and get a license, or do you just start a
Yeah.
business license and check the PI box?
I haven't even had a chance to look into it. I literally just decided yesterday.
Oh, how funny.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I think I mean, who knows, but I think it's a class and a certification, and you have to have so many hours of work with another licensed, agency or PI, or
But
there might be work. Yeah.
being a journalist, I mean, that should count for at least half of that.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Technically, I'm just a writer who works at a newspaper. I have 0 journalism training.
Well, isn't that the definition of journalism? Writing and reporting things? Isn't that?
It's
I'm
never,
gonna look
it's
up the
never just
definition.
cat.
That's what?
Don't limit yourself to just.
I was just gonna say.
I'm just a girl in the world.
You are so much more than that.
Can't type.
What are you looking at?
The definition of journalism.
Oh.
All right. Journalism, the activity or profession of writing for newspapers, a.k.a. you are a journalist. Own it, lady, because you're awesome.
Yo.
Yes.
Sup?
Even professional, even.
Yes.
Right? Because you get paid.
Well, I mean, that was my dream, growing up, was to be a professional writer. And then I got into photography, and my dream was to be a professional photographer. So, living the dream.
There you go.
I never got to yell at you on the street and call you paparazzi like I would do to Jared or Brandon.
We can still arrange that.
Right? That would be a shoot right there. Good morning, Ken. Good morning, Will.
Oh, we got some
What's
folks
a
online.
newspaper? Oh my gosh, I have been
What's a
criticized so much for not being a part of the independent family. So, Ken, that is not even funny. What's a newspaper? Can't even believe you said that.
But see, back in the day, there were these things. No, the newspaper is still very important.
Oh, it's very important, especially in this town. Everybody says, I ask a question, and they're like, do you not get the paper? That is their response. They don't answer my question. They're like, do you not get the paper? Are you not subscribed to the Independent?
How could you not?
See? And then I'm like, well,
What's wrong with you?
No, not yet, but I pick them up at Safeway. And they're like, well, obviously, K.S. Brooks wrote about this in the paper. If you had gotten the paper, you would have seen what we're talking about. And then I feel very silly.
But it's usually Kat that says that.
No, it's not.
Well, and I'm not trying to do a shameless plug, but $35 a year, I don't know how we stay in business. So if you go
Yeah.
to Safeway and pick it up, it's $1 something.
It's just $1 and some tax.
$1.25 or $1 whatever.
Yeah.
But if you subscribe, it's $35 and it's mailed to you. So I don't get it, but
Right?
Does that even cover the postage?
I was just gonna
that's
say,
what I always wonder. I don't know. So to not get the paper
There, see,
I'm not going to judge you, but
I'm supporting my
but she's
local
judging you.
economy. Yeah,
I'm very
that's
judgy.
very judgy.
I am a judgy person.
Well, we're sitting here on the radio talking about the importance of newspapers, so they kind of go hand in hand, and
Yeah.
and I think we need to make sure we keep both of them alive. So.
Hey, Chuck, nobody
Yes,
is
ma'am.
going to know what's going on in the weather if you do not start with our morning weather.
I will get to the weather. I have it up right now.
Right? Because
Just got
it's
cold in
after the
here.
weather is the school lunches and breakfast, and I love doing that.
You have an update on the special
I
something we've been
do.
working on.
Yes.
Wow. I'm so happy you did that because yesterday I'm like, I'm going to call and figure out this mystery. And
Right?
and I didn't.
Okay, we'll get to the weather, and
Okay.
then I'll tell you my story.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So today
Okay.
we have a high of 73 degrees. Ooh, it's going to be a nice sunny one today. It'll be a great one for the Friday market. I love this low 70s, sunny. That is the perfect day for the market. We're not going to have our booth there today. We got to go to Spokane. But yeah, these are the days that makes the market worth it. So, and I know the apple pie eating contest is over. We're kind of in that lull between there and the last event of the year.
Who won that contest, Chuck?
Some guy that didn't need to eat pie that fast. It was me.
I heard it was a technique thing that the pie just happened to tilt
I
right
won
into
the
your
apple pie eating
mouth.
contest last week at Friday Market.
It was a game of chance. He just got the plate the pie that wasn't stuck to the plate like mine.
Right.
Right.
And I did, admittedly, it was chance, but I also had a very small piece of pie. I don't know. That may have given me an advantage because if I looked over and saw some of the pieces that other people had, and they were much larger than mine.
Well, and I think Daniel had 17 pounds of whipped cream on his. He kept
my
saying,
God.
yeah,
Yeah.
keep going, keep going.
Yeah,
keep going.
yeah. He had a mountain.
Yeah.
A mountain.
So he had
on
to get through
his.
like all that whipped cream before he could actually get to his pie.
He definitely sacrificed his body for the game too. Like
Yeah.
he was like
Yeah.
cut
Well,
up
he
and
was
stuff
in it.
after he was done.
Yeah.
Well, the
Sharp
pie was
apples.
sharp, yeah.
He needs to rub some dirt on it. Yeah.
Yeah, but even Chuck had, didn't you have a cut? No, Daniel had the cut on his nose.
Yeah,
Did
that's
he
what
Yeah.
actually have a cut
Yeah,
on his
he
nose?
actually had the cut
From
on
the
his
apple
nose.
pie eating?
Yes.
Wow.
Isn't that funny?
But he was like smacking his head against the table as he was trying to eat it. It was great.
But he also ended up going home. He went home with a whole pie.
Well, we bought it.
Oh, you bought it. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah,
That's right.
we bought it. And they were only $10. I mean, it was like a super wonderful pie. It's like if you didn't go and buy a pie for $10, then what were you thinking?
I wasn't planning on being competitive for that. But you sit down. I was just gonna kind of enjoy my pie, nice and slow.
Yeah, sure.
I almost thought about even getting myself disqualified and just using my hands or bringing a fork.
No.
But then you sit down and that competitive spirit takes over and just and
Right.
you go. But my chin actually inadvertently hit the crust of the pie, and it tipped the pie up, and the pie was like balanced, so it was up in the air.
Yeah,
and
he
I'm
had
like,
some kind of
I'm like,
fabulous
okay,
technique.
Here's my
Right.
opportunity, and it just went in like a cartoon, and it was gone.
It was gone. Good morning, Joe. Ken says, do you practice at home for the pie contest? The pie was fixed.
I may practice at home, but not necessarily for a contest. I just like pie. I mean,
Oh, goodness. Okay, back to the weather.
no, but it went, and I was. There's a great picture that Deb Barbie got of me, with this like holding my plate up in the air with a look of shock on my face. That I was the first. A little bit of shock and a little bit of embarrassment. That
yeah,
my
you're
gosh.
like, did I win? Did I? No, I didn't
There's
win.
like
Did I win? Yeah.
30 people at the table. And
When you're like
somehow-
shoulder to shoulder with Daniel and I, so you must have been
Yeah.
like, "Oh, those guys have got me beat."
Oh yeah.
You know,
Well, I
those
was
guys-
surrounded by teenagers. And I'm
Yeah,
like, there's
the
no way I
teenagers
can eat
across
pie
the
faster
table.
than these kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And sure enough, like I said, it was a lucky what do they say in sports? Lucky bounce. Yeah, it was a lucky bounce. All right, so we have some beautiful weather today. Tomorrow we have 74 for their high, 43 degrees for the low, partly cloudy skies, 76 and 45 on Sunday. This is when we start getting some warmer weather. Actually, we've already been a little unseasonably warm. I hesitate to use the word hot, but it's not going to be cool. So we have 76, 45 on Sunday, 79 degrees on Monday for that high, 48 degrees overnight with mostly sunny skies. Tuesday, we're back up in the mid 80s with a high of 84 degrees and sunny skies, 51 for the low, 82 and 49 next Wednesday with that sun sticking around. Then Thursday of next week, cooling down a little bit again, getting in at a little more normal temperature, 77 for the high, 47 overnight, but those skies still sunny. No chance of rain in the foreseeable forecast either.
I'm showing
Nothing-
11% on Thursday.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, and I'm also showing 11% on this Sunday coming up.
Oh yeah, yeah. I missed that, but I was looking for something in the 20s or higher.
Right. Well, that's why I'm here. I'm keeping you true, Chuck. I'm
Yeah,
like
you gotta-
keeping you on track here.
You got to keep that. I know you're dying for
I'm
it.
dying,
I'm dying
yes.
for it. Take us to the school lunch menus.
Okay, so I'm so excited. You know that we have been in a quandary because
Yeah.
on the school breakfast menu, right, it says banana split as a bullet, and then as a separate bullet, it says banana smoothie.
I just hope
Now,
I'm right.
We have hypothesized that it's actually banana split smoothie or
Mm-hmm.
that it's actually some kind of a breakfast parfait. So I called this school. We've only been broadcasting this for a month now. And I finally said, hey, what is this banana split thing? And she said, well, it was a banana sliced in half with some yogurt on top.
Yes.
So you were right, Chuck. Yes.
Yes.
But
This
she
is a week
says-
of win.
Woo! But she did say.
Sorry, I'm a
she's-
little excited.
She did say that I guess it was not very popular. And so they have replaced the banana split with a breakfast parfait. So theoretically, this menu should be updated,
Yeah.
right?
So is it a breakfast parfait or a banana split parfait?
It is a breakfast parfait, and the banana split is no longer being offered.
Oh man.
It is completely off the menu.
Well, you
It's a very festive theme, though. I like it.
Yes,
you
right?
bring me up and then you dash my hopes like that.
Crush you like a bug.
Man.
Yes, that is my goal every week. I'm joking. Okay, so what we actually have then for the breakfast for today on Friday is a cold variety cereal. We have not the banana split, but breakfast parfaits. We have a banana breakfast smoothie. I don't know why I put banana in there. It's just a breakfast smoothie.
Because those B's together, yeah.
I know, right? And then we have a bagel variety. We have super bakery bread, biscuits and gravy, and then the ultimate breakfast round is what's going on for breakfast today.
There
And
you go.
then for lunch, right? You see, Craig was like doing the fist thing.
Yeah, it's a round, right?
Fisticuffs.
And then for lunch today is the 20th, right? That says 20.
I cannot see that. It's like
I'm going to assume it's 20 because it's on the right side. We have our continuation of our Italian theme for Fridays, pizza ripper.
A pizza ripper, yeah.
Okay,
I think-
Craig and I are over here like, what does that say? Pizza ripper, a salad, and then veggies and fruit are offered. Now, when I was in school, back when dinosaurs were walking the earth, the pizza was like the worst possible thing you could get for lunch at my school.
Was it the little flat square ones?
Yes, and you're like, it would, be limp, and it would just like, and it was just the grossest. You're like, oh God, pizza.
I love that pizza. The school cafeteria pizza, man. And you know what you do? You'd pull it up and you'd put fries. You put your fries under the thing, and then that kept it from being
I was
limp
gonna
and
say,
added
'cause
a little
it's-
extra crunch or something to it.
Oh my goodness. Well, you're lucky you had fries, because I'm just saying.
And that's where, and I think that was sort of kindred spirits when I met my wife, because from there you get the little salt and pepper packets, right? And it was kind of flavorless, that high school or that cafeteria pizza.
Did
So-
you see the look we exchanged? Salt and pepper packets?
So we put a bunch of salt and pepper on our pizza and French fries just to get it, just to beef it up a little bit and make it more like a casserole, I guess. A school cafeteria casserole made
Why
by
not throw some ketchup on there?
No, now you've gone too far.
Maybe some mustard, maybe some mushrooms.
I mean, if they had mushrooms, yeah, that'd be great. But no, and when I met my wife, because from there I started becoming accustomed to putting salt and pepper on my pizza. And even now, you go to a pizza place and you say, "Hey, could you guys have salt and pepper?" And they look at you like you've grown a third head.
Like I'm looking at you right now.
Yeah. Try putting salt and
Just
pepper on your
saying.
pizza. It's good.
I'm
Dude,
gonna
try
say-
just getting good pizza, and then you don't need to put salt and pepper on your pizza.
I will still put salt and pepper on it. But
Don't do that in New York.
But my wife
Right?
also we met. She put salt and pepper on her pizza, and that's when
Oh my
we knew it was love. We go to pizza places, and we solidarity in our weirdness of
salt and pepper.
salt, pepper, pepper flakes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the next time I see you at Fired Up, I'm gonna hide all the salt and pepper.
No,
Will you be able to eat your pizza?
no. Yes, of course I'd be able to eat my pizza, but no, their pizza is good.
Okay.
But
What if it was an apple pie pizza?
Ooh.
Why does no one make that?
they
dessert
do?
pizzas? Yeah,
Ooh,
you can go
who
to a place
makes
and get
it?
dessert pizza.
I have
Pizza
totally.
Hut, maybe?
There was a place that used to have. They had all kinds of different pizza pies, and they had like the chocolate chip cookie pie, and they had the apple pie, and they had. I don't think it lasted very long, but I remember ordering that.
I've had like
I could be
amazing.
I've had, like,
hallucinating
dessert-
in my fantasy land, but
Oh yeah, I've had like dessert pizzas that have like apples and a crumble, and then like
Ooh.
caramel sauce drizzled over it,
Yes.
with again some like kosher salt sprinkled over the caramel and the apples.
oh, there he goes
Ooh,
again
yeah.
with the salt.
Guys, and
That's good.
your salt and
That's good.
chocolate.
Right?
So I did look it up real quick. A pizza ripper is a basically like breadsticks. You know how you pull the breadsticks apart?
No.
Only you get like the flat of breadsticks, and they're pre-cut into strips.
Right.
It's basically pizza strips
Okay.
with like breadsticks, but a pizza built on top of the breadsticks that you then rip them apart.
Oh.
Pizza rippers, yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Isn't that a lot messier than just a piece of pizza?
Right. I would think
Probably.
so.
Probably.
And then Ken has a question. He says, "Isn't that just a strudel? I mean, there's no frosting on what you're saying. Strudel has frosting, right?
But it's
I'm
round-
willing to
it's-
sacrifice and find out.
you
Right.
See, it's round and it comes from a pizza place, which then makes it a pizza for marketing
It's like
purposes.
in the pizza
Well,
oven.
and strudel's like flaky, so it's like built in layers, right? Isn't
Oh,
that
that's
how
right.
strudel
Yeah, and I think
is?
a strudel usually
Can
comes
we-
with like a flaky pastry or
Right.
something that it sits on, not a pizza crust.
So, are you? Can you hear my stomach rumbling? All this talk of food, I'm just like salivating. Can we like move on?
Yeah, I'm getting hungry. I actually prepared myself breakfast last night before I went to bed, and I totally
Did you
forgot
eat it
about
last night?
No, I totally forgot
Oh,
about
okay. I
it.
was
It's
gonna
still,
be like, 'cause if you prepared it last night. I mean, I don't know. That tied you over through sleep and coming this morning, and
it is still sitting on the fridge at home. So let's get into some local events and stuff happening for today and the weekend.
okay.
All right. So obviously, do you want to take it from here? Do you want me to get started?
No, it's not open. Go
Okay.
ahead and then yeah.
Well, happening right now, I guess it's a little late. You have 15 minutes to make the tail end of it. It's the Chihuahua Chamber of Commerce meeting over at the casino. Adult pickleball is up at the golf course from 9 o'clock to 11:30. I guess as long as this weather keeps holding out, they're going to keep doing
They're
it up
gonna
at the
keep
golf
doing the-
course.
yeah.
It will eventually move into the old middle school gym once the weather cools down.
Changes. Yep.
Yep.
So that's where they ball at during the winter. Okay.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
curious.
Yeah, you get it's a
Yeah.
happening place, man.
Craig is still here. He's just very, very quiet today because me and Kat are just
I'm
like,
still half asleep, yeah. and I've got, a little less time, I guess, with,
yes, okay.
lots of talking.
Well, remember, I won't be here in the second half, so you'll
I know
have,
I'm going
like-
to have to pick it up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Craig.
okay,
It's up
I'm
to
saving
you.
it for then.
The second half of the show is all up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bug. Okay.
We got the Tulia Farmers Market happening from 11 to 3:30. Again, it's going to be a gorgeous day out there. Kind of what I was getting to is, as things the season is waning, keep supporting the market. Keep getting out there.
Well, yeah, it's a beautiful day.
Yeah, this is the time of year when the crowds start to disperse and kids are back in school, and a lot of the vendors are, like, okay, it's time to start winding down for the season. Get out there and support them all the way to the end, every week.
I was gonna say it's like the place to go for lunch. I mean, the
Oh,
different
yeah.
food vendors that are out there. It's a great time. I know that I'm early. I know, but I have been picking up Christmas presents. I have stuff that I've ordered from Red at the farmers market. The lady who does the wonderful jewelry with the silverware. I picked up some stuff for my sisters. So especially when the kids are not there, go visit the 3D printing booth or go check out other things. It's a great place to pick up on presents when nobody's with you.
I love the little lavender farm products. They're
Oh my
so
gosh,
good.
right?
Yeah.
So good. And of course they smell and they last forever.
Well, you know what? And it's not too early to start picking up stuff for
Well,
Christmas, because
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's getting.
I don't want to
It's right
deal
around
with
the corner.
I told everybody, I warned my family, I said, the artistry in this town is so amazing. Everything is going to be branded Chihuahua. I'm sorry. I'm like, sorry, not sorry. Because we have, why would you need to go anywhere else?
Right?
Done.
Don't
Look
do
at that tagline. Why would you need to go anywhere else?
I like it.
It is
You're
good.
talking to somebody who's lived here their whole life. So. They're on to me.
He's like, you don't have to go
That's
anywhere.
not really true, but, still, I've lived here for most of my life.
Ken, we have broadcast live from the farmer's market before.
Yeah, we do every Friday.
Yeah.
Usually multiple times a day. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, we don't sit down and do a show, which we totally could do a show.
Well, last week for the apple pie eating contest, that was last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Last week, I did that live by play, and that was a hoot. That was so much fun.
It is fun doing that.
Right? I haven't heard anybody who listened who can tell me what it was sounding like, but
I'll bet it sounded great.
I think I had so much fun.
It either sounded great or I
Right.
didn't get it set
I'm
up
sure
right for
it
you, and it
sounded
was
a lot
10
better
minutes of
than the
silence.
announcer. The announcer, they need a little better speaker, I think.
Oh, the actual
It was
speaker.
like, I'm like,
Oh no!
For a second, I thought you were talking about Ryan. I'm like, man, don't say that on the air.
yeah, I'm just,
the equipment. The equipment.
yeah, it was just
Yeah.
one of those, like, I don't even know if where you pick those little PAs up at, but it was pretty funny to me.
Gotcha,
Oh, how
gotcha.
funny.
I think
Since I'm like a gear nut, I like
Oh,
good
yeah.
sound and equipment.
Well, we have this weekend, before we forget, after talking about the farmers market, we have the Lions Club 8th annual Romp and Roar.
yeah.
Now, if you don't like golf, this might be the golf tournament to go check out. Go check out the Lions Club Romp and Roar.
It's a zany, wacky sort of.
Yeah.
I believe the poster is the one that has the
It
gentleman
is the
sitting on
the toilet. You can dress up in costume. You can dress up and go play and then experience all the fun that they're going to have over there. And that's from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Over at the golf course. And then, of course, we have the vaccination clinic, the Colville Vaccination Clinic, and that's going on from 9:30 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m.
And yeah, they've got all kinds of cheap vaccines and shots.
For pets.
yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
for pets. Sorry. Yes, for pets. Thank you, Kat.
You're welcome.
Bring the whole
fine.
family.
Yes, of pets. Yes, of pets.
Yeah, and they do vaccines.
And they do the
testing,
chips,
blood work.
yeah.
Yeah.
So very good thing to go. They do run out of vaccines, so make sure to make an appointment and head over there.
And
Then we have.
that's at 501 Old Arden Highway in Colville.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I was just gonna drive down the 395 until you see the signs. No, just joking.
And so you see the line.
Right. And then of course we have the Fired Up Pizza Blues Jam. And that goes on at Fired Up Pizza here in Chewelah from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. And of course our
Year
very
round,
own-
right?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what I'm discovering. Yes.
Yeah, should be a fun time.
It should be a hoot, right? Everybody has a lot of fun. This is like my husband's go-to to create his sanity for the rest of the week, as he's got to go to the Blues Jam. And he said last week you had him do a solo,
Oh yeah, yeah, I do.
right, with his
I-
trombone.
oh yeah, I
wow,
was like,
that's awesome.
I'm like, Daniel, it's you, and he just full tilt boogie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, his good. He
His
said your
energy's
face
great.
melted.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It was like half there. Yeah. We were always talking about the face melters. Yeah.
Every jam session should require a trombone solo.
Oh my gosh, right? He's actually really good. I give him a hard time. Get off this fly. Okay.
Well, see, it's experimental when we're playing blues together. We're kind of on the the edge, the fringe. I like to say.
When I think of blues, I the first thing that comes to my mind is the trombone. You know the old blues trombone greats.
There you go.
There was that guy, and then
Guy, yes.
and then the other guy. I'm sure there was at least one or two trombone blues players throughout history.
Oh my gosh, you cracked
Now
me
there's
up.
now there's Daniel.
Now there's Daniel.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Now we're on the 23rd.
That kid's gonna make a name for himself someday.
Oh my! Well, see, yeah, he has so much fun with his trombone. At one point, he sold his trombone and picked up the clarinet, and so he was playing the clarinet. So you can imagine us driving down the road in our rig, and the clarinet would be going, and our dogs would be howling. And yes, we were quite. We were welcomed at every RV park, everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Right?
We just howled with our dogs. People love it.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
And then you get the whole RV park howling.
Right, and then
yeah.
then they knock on your door. Can you please stop?
Yeah. Yeah.
We are on the 23rd here, and I'm going to rush through this week because there's so much fun stuff happening the first week of October. We have adult pickleball again on Monday from 9 a.m. to 11:30, and of course we have the potluck at the Chewelah Senior Center from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then on the 24th we have what does CVLT Sunset Run stand for?
The Colville Valley Land Trust.
Okay, so we have the Colville Valley Land Trust Sunset Fun Run, and that is going on at 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. So 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. The Chewelah Storytime is still happening, weather provided, and it will be out on the green, and that is from 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Then on Wednesday, we have the adult pickleball from 9 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. The monthly co-working at Yale Press. That sounds awesome.
Oh, that's actually not happening
Oh,
anymore.
that's not happening. Take that back.
It may be sparked back up at some point, but
Okay.
There wasn't a lot of people showing up, and it just wasn't really a thing that continued on.
Okay. All right. And then let's see. Really, really exciting thing happening on the 26th. We have, of course, a senior citizens bunco from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And, of course, the food bank is open from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. But we have Spokane Salish Culture Day. And this year it's going to be available for the entire community.
Yeah.
So that is super, super
That's
exciting.
awesome.
Right, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And that's going to be events happening at the cabin, at the museum.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they're doing something at the park as well, right?
The Center for the Arts, yeah.
Center for the Arts.
Well, that's good.
So,
it's all
yeah.
in line there, right next to each other.
Yeah.
And then we have something else happening that evening. What's going on there? Oh, and what is that?
What is-
Some karaoke at Oasis like last night. Yeah, that was great. I'm still like I'm still hearing the melodies of the night. They're still in my head.
Haunting you?
Yeah, tis the season. Yeah.
Well, we had a day. We all went to a birthday party last night, and we were all there. And then we kind of went home and took a nap, and sort of reconvened this morning.
Interesting.
I think, right?
Yeah.
I know-
Only the super cool people were at the party because, we were not at the party. So it was only the cool people
Oh,
at
you
the
were? I
party.
thought you were there.
At the party?
Oh yeah.
No, we weren't there, Chuck.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were there.
No.
I know. You notice my
No.
voice is a little scratchy. It was
Yeah.
having conversations. There was this really great band playing,
It was a really great band.
but it was also we had to talk really loud. So I kind of
Yeah.
started losing my voice by the end of the party.
So,
yeah, we brought the heat a little bit
You
last
did.
night.
You did. It was
yeah.
great.
So, question, Craig, was that Old Souls and Antiques?
Yeah.
Okay, because the drummer was different, so I wasn't sure if that
Right,
was yet
yeah,
a
so-
different band.
Well, yeah, and so my brother Silas wasn't able to make it. He had prior engagements, and it was the last minute.
Yeah, it
kind
was.
of called up, hey, we're doing a birthday party. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think I
No,
heard
you
about
guys
it
sounded
like
awesome.
Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, we hired Dino, who's been playing drums with my folks for a long time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And he knew some of my songs already, so it worked out pretty good.
Oh, yeah,
We're-
no,
We're
you
lucky
guys were
to know
great.
quite a few different musicians in town, so we're able to switch parts and stuff.
That was
but,
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very cool. Very
Like
cool.
all the musicians in town. It's awesome. It's like a single repository.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Right?
something that I'm grateful to be able to be around. I've kind of learned how to play music with playing with like Dave Bergman, and these all these great players around here. My mom and dad. I'm a little jaded, I guess. I go out and listen to different music, and I compare it to them. you
Yep.
know? And so I'm like going, like I'm out at these huge concerts with these great bands, and I'm like, yeah, I've heard that before, or like,
Yeah.
I know what they're doing, kind of.
Yeah.
Not that I can necessarily play what they're playing, but it's like I kind of can relate to it, I guess.
It's like my mom plays bass better than you.
Who's your favorite bass player? Well, mine's my mom.
Little do they know.
Sally's
I love
awesome.
that you actually have that, though. You know,
I
that-
think so.
Well, it's funny too, because
literally
I'll
you're-
be jamming with my folks, and it's like I go over the harmony, and it's like I hear that I'm hitting my mom's note, so I'm like, oh, I got to sing a different note, because it's like we both kind of sing harmony that way. We kind of find the same notes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I will have to say, you and your dad's singing voice. There are times if you turn around, you can't tell which one of you is singing.
Yeah, sometimes.
You guys both have amazing voices, but you're very similar. In
well,
your
that's
tone.
kind of a little trick that I've been able to use when I'm doing karaoke, because like their whole catalog, I've been hearing those songs since I was, so
Yeah.
I just know the melodies. I might not know the lyrics, but it's like I know the tune, so it's like I could just emulate my dad's voice, because I've heard him sing those songs over and over and
Yeah.
over again to perfect them. So I'm not saying I hit all the pitches just right, but I can kind of cheat my way through it.
And,
That's
and
awesome.
I will have to say, not to single anybody out, but Will Lee playing that guy, man, he is just a ball of fun and energy.
And happiness.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
You can tell he's the youngest one of us, huh?
Right? No, when he is playing, he has an ear-to-ear grin on his face the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell every time he has an instrument in his hand, it's just
He's happy.
the
Yeah.
time of his life.
Oh yeah,
Every
and
time he's on
same thing
stage.
with his dad too.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
he
they're both
just-
phenomenal
oh, yeah,
musicians.
just like
Yeah.
smiles and just loving it, and
And
they're great.
good folks outside of,
Yes.
Yeah.
outside that, really good people. You guys all are. So there's that.
I was going to say,
Aw.
there's not a one. They're all just amazing. Just amazing and very generous with their time and
Well, you
their
guys are very
offerings and
kind.
playing everywhere. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No,
Very
I
cool.
know. I know.
Okay, so keep going back to the calendar because there's other fun stuff I'm trying to get. We, of course, have the chamber meeting on Friday from 7 to 8 a.m. over at the Mississauga Casino.
Mm-hmm.
We have adult pickleball from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. And then the Chewelas Farmers Market on 27th from 11 a.m. to 3:30. And the Chewelah Farmers Market will continue until October 11th.
11th.
Yes, when we do the pumpkin roll thing.
It ends with the pumpkin bowling.
Right? Okay, so I'm so excited. I'm going to skip over the first week of October until we get to Saturday because that's what I'm trying to get to, which is, of course, the amazing Fall Fest.
Fall Fest, yes.
Fall
yes.
Fest. I'm creating my own special effects and we're at a radio station. I just realized how silly that was.
Well, that's good because I don't have any special effects loaded up here. So
oh my
that.
gosh, good.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I did that. But, oh my gosh, the Fall Fest, how fun is this going to be?
Fall Fest. Fall
Right?
Fest. Fall Fest.
Exactly.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's a Fall Fest.
How many bands are you playing in during Fall Fest, Craig?
2, I believe.
2? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
That's all?
Yeah.
Well,
they were, I almost just like signed up for every slot, but I can only do so much. And I actually have a late night gig that night. So,
So we should
with
do
a whole
like
nother project that hasn't really been,
a Where's
advertised
Waldo with Craig and the bands.
Yeah.
That would be
Right?
super
That
fun.
would be a blast.
That would be.
That would be a blast. Okay, so also at the Fall Fest, did you want to say something, Chuck?
I was just going to say, we got a great lineup of musicians.
Yeah.
We still have actually 2 slots available because there's going to be a second stage over at the car show behind the Mountain Market on Main. We had everything full, and we had 2 bands. They weren't able to make it at the last minute. So we have 2 slots actually still available for some bands to play. I was going to get on that this afternoon.
Nice.
Send some stuff out. But our headlining band, I'm actually really excited about this. Max Daniels.
Yes.
Oh, that's going to be
New Jack
so
City.
cool.
Love Max Daniels.
They're amazing.
Funky.
And you've played. You say you've jammed with Max Daniels before? Or you know Max? He knows you. He speaks very highly of you.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been in correspondence with him for years, but I met him a long time ago. He was, I don't know if I actually met him, but I watched him play at Blues at the Bend, which used to be on Market Street, and it's now a pizza place, like a all ages pizza place. But I'd go down there, and he was like hosting a jam on an off night, and I just was like, man, watching him play and whatnot, and then I would just run into him playing gigs around, like maybe
Dan and Joe's.
Yeah, like he would be playing up in Valley. He had like and then he was also kind of running karaoke, but he'd have other people kind of host for him. And but there was just one night where I think I sang like, what is it, Disco Inferno or something. Just totally shocked him. He didn't expect that out of me.
Nice.
All of a sudden I'm just like conjuring up the soul singer in me. Just going to town. And he's like, you need to front a band. And I'm like, I've been playing music forever, but never really like as the lead singer,
right?
Just like I'm a rhythm guitar player or whatever. But it was just one of those moments where I was like, well, maybe I could actually be a lead singer in a band.
Was Max Daniels your inspiration for being a frontman?
Kind of, yeah.
One of many.
Well, and I've told him, I was like, I've stole a couple of your lessons just by watching the way he works crowd. I mean, he works the crowd very well, and it's all. And one thing that I picked up from what he does so well is that he gets the audience to sing with him.
Mm-hmm. He does,
and that's important. And that's what I use when I do karaoke. It's like if the people aren't getting involved with what you're doing, you're not doing it right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I encourage people to get involved. Like I'll even sign somebody up that I know will sing that one song. I remember that.
Yeah.
I sign them up, I put them up, and then I come out with them like, hey, sing the song with me. And then I have them for the rest of the night.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like, I get tired. If you're the front man the whole time, it's a lot. So you got to get the other people involved to kind of help that energy to get you through the night. And I've kind of learned that from him. So, yeah.
Very cool. Yeah.
Very cool.
I was going to bring up how well that guy works a crowd. Holy cow. He just gets out there in the audience. I'm really looking forward to this show. I think it's going to be a great one. How would you describe his singing style? It sort of transcends. It's, I guess, soul R&B kind of based, but he does some rock covers. He does kind of everything in between.
Yeah, he's just like he's proficient enough that he just. I bet you. I mean, he probably has a set list, but at the same time, he looks at the crowd and like, oh, this song's gonna just.
Yeah.
So he'll just pull it right out of his hat and just. Because I've seen him do it. I've seen him in jams and stuff, and I've seen him where he just he's leading the band, but at the same time using right. You have to think about the audience. I mean, I've had times where I was completely prepared to play a certain song, and once I realized the audience that I was playing in front of, I switched it on a dime, just because I knew that it wasn't going to work. It just it was the wrong. Like, that's too sad of a song for this audience. They want something upbeat, so
they want to dance or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel's got a great story about his band, the Carcinogens, and not the Spokane Carcinogens, but he had an East Coast Carcinogens band. And they
East Coast Carcinogens.
East Coast Carcinogens, a totally different poison, right? But they were, they were a rock band. They were like, screaming and rocking, all kinds of stuff. And they, for some reason, got booked at like a country bar.
Oh.
And, they
Bob's
were like
Country Bunker.
Yeah,
I was going to say real blues.
And they had a panic, but they wanted to get paid. So, they were in there. So he's got a whole story about going in and trying to adjust to this country band when they knew like one song.
Oh my God.
Rawhide.
Do they just do Rawhide over and over again?
Yeah, I think so.
That's hilarious.
Oh, good morning, Old Souls and Antiques. Good to hear you on, and happy birthday, Rob.
Oh.
Yes, happy day after your birthday, Rob.
So who actually does the posting for that? Who is that?
Well, that was Rob, probably. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good
Himself
morning.
in action.
Oh, the other Rob.
Yeah, it was
Right?
good seeing you guys last night. That was a lot
you guys
of fun.
rocked.
But in addition to the wonderful music, of course, we have the Firefighter Olympics that are going to
Yes.
go on.
Yep.
And I'm
Yes.
super excited to see that. They're going to take over the entire park. Also, our very
That
own...
starts at noon?
Yes, it starts at noon. And then our very own KCHW. It actually says the Firefighter Olympics start at 11 a.m., not noon.
Oh.
11 a.m. to 1:30
Well,
p.m.
that's been changed actually to
Is it
noon.
noon?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
for scheduling and
Somebody needs to update this calendar.
yes. Oh, is that what's on the calendar? Is
Yes.
that- okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yes, and then the thing that I'm actually, if you can't tell, I'm actually more excited about, even the Firefighter Olympics and the amazing music. I mean, it's hard to top, but you are aware that we have a kazoo parade.
Yes.
I cannot explain how excited I am about this kazoo parade. Oh my gosh, right? So the businesses are going to get kazoos, and people can go to the businesses and they can purchase a kazoo,
Yep.
right? $3.
Yep.
And then the business that sells the most kazoos, they get a month of free advertising here on KCHW,
Yep.
Northern Lights Radio.
Free sponsorship. It's a
Free
sponsorship, not advertising.
Sorry,
We're a
okay,
nonprofit radio
thank you.
station.
Thank you. Get the right word. But what I'm most excited about is the kazoo parade. So I had to get through all of that just to get to the kazoo
Yep.
parade. And I guess we have a professional kazoo player. How is that even a thing?
Is it? Well, Greg said you have a guy who was going to be the band leader,
Yes.
or is that still a thing?
Oh,
Well,
you
I-
see the look on his face.
No, I mean, we must be talking about Bill, but I mean, I might need to get him up to speed on this whole plan. But yeah, he is quite good though. He is very he's a seasoned kazoo player.
There you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, get back in touch with him. Tell him it's on.
It's on.
If
I
he's
mean,
still
it'd be
down.
really cool if we could get Rashad Eggleston to come up and do it. I mean, that guy. But I mean, that would be maybe a little bit too much attention for Chihuahua.
I don't
No, I
know
don't
if we
think
have that
so.
in our budget. Yeah.
No, he
I
would
think-
hear. I think anybody hearing kazoo parade and wanting to lead it, I think that alone
Yeah.
would be like,
Yeah.
When's the last time you led a kazoo parade? I mean, you can't tick that off of your resume.
When's the last time you saw a kazoo parade?
Right?
Every time I watch one of that guy's feet, I mean, he's practically a kazoo parade, but all by himself.
Oh
Really?
yeah.
Well, I'm
Oh,
just-
that's so
yeah.
cool.
Yeah. If you haven't, say his name again.
Yeah, Rashad Eggleston. If you haven't been introduced to that rabbit hole, I
Yeah.
just did because I've been. I mean, just to give you an idea, I mean, it's shock rock. I
Yeah.
think is
You'll,
what-
you'll be amazed. You'll be
he-
mystified. You'll be shocked.
Well, and he's
Shock rock?
he's like really on the fringe of experimental music because
He is.
yeah, but he
Kazoo.
plays cello and
No,
kazoo
kazoos.
together.
Cello and kazoo together.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you can't parade with a cello.
He would.
Well, sometimes
though.
he will play-
He climbs up trees and plays, and he makes. I don't know. It's almost like animal noises and different. He's got all kinds of things that he does.
I saw a video where he played two cellos at the same time, using one cello to play the other while standing on
And
one
he's
of
always
the
got a
cellos.
kazoo attached to his cello, so that's his
Right.
lead instrument,
Yeah.
Is
you
the
know, and he's
kazoo?
playing rhythm with the cello.
Well, I'm
the,
just saying,
The
we're-
last time I saw him, he was actually giving himself a swirly while playing the cello and using the toilet bowl as the reverberation for his kazoo. I mean, it was actually kind of. It was shocking, actually.
You have to wonder.
I'm like,
what-
how did
yeah.
he? How did he
How
even
did he
get
come
that?
up with this one?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know about any swirlies because I think we're going to stay away from that for Chihuahua.
There will be no swirlies
Yes,
during Fall Fest.
but
I promise you that.
There might
kazoo
be
parade.
at Romp and Roar, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Kazoo parade down Main Street. I'm just saying, kazoo parade. And I really want to give every child in Chihuahua a kazoo.
Right.
I know.
Well, and also those kazoos will double as a raffle ticket. They're going to be we're going to be raffling items off during the day. We're going to be pulling those numbers. So yeah, there will be a number on the bottom of those kazoos, and that kazoo that you will bring to Fall Fest is also your raffle ticket. So it's a fun instrument. It's a toy. It's part of the kazoo parade. It's a raffle ticket.
It's a musical instrument for life.
It's a fundraiser for KCHW. It's a way to get some business interaction and have a business that's not currently a sponsor for KCHW to be on the air, at least for a month.
The most versatile kazoo ever.
It is. These are super kazoos. I mean, not the kazoo themselves. They're actually kind of cheap, but still.
Okay, and just a little tip out there. If your kazoo membrane, if you break it, you just go get some saran wrap and you just make it really tight and you put it over that lid and you just pop the little top on.
But, so my kids, my family, we've done some experimenting with kazoos. The little cheap plastic ones are the best.
Yeah.
They're the best kazoos we've had. It's like more expensive metal ones, and I think we had a wood one for a while. The little plastic ones, they just have the best sound. They have
best kazooiness.
They do. Yeah, they're more kazooey than
other kazoos.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's some epic. If you Google kazoos, there's actually some really amazing kazoos, and there are electric kazoos where you can put a mic on the little kazoo aperture, and you have an electric kazoo.
Wow.
Right? I mean, that is hardcore.
I had no idea.
Right? I didn't either until
ironically, Electric Kazoo was my band name in high school. So.
Wow.
No, it wasn't. But it would
be.
be.
A good band name. On the 21st, if I can just throw it in there, Market in the Mountains is down in Springdale at the Moose Valley Ranch. That's going to run Saturday and Sunday. And on Saturday in Arden is the Arden Old Timers Rodeo Kids Day.
Oh, cool.
Fun.
Very, very cool.
Right. And then we have our first weekend at the Haunted Path, where we are going to be open for an hour on the 26th and 27th. And I don't have that in front of me, so I can't tell you what time, but I'm pretty sure I said 5 to 6. Let me pull up my phone here so I can tell you. So we're doing that, and that is the kid-friendly Haunted Path, where we will have some options. If you can't have any candy, we will have candy-free options available. And it's just a lot of fun to come out. And then Sam at Bradley's is also going to be opening up her haunt, I believe, that weekend as well.
And we're going to be doing a live walkthrough on the air.
My gosh, so exciting.
Of the haunted house. And then we're going to have one of the young ladies who was in charge of organizing and designing that haunted house on the morning show the next morning. We'll replay that live walkthrough.
I might be able to go through this year. There are no clowns, I heard, this year. Last year it was all clowns, and I was like, count me out.
No.
What is it this year? It's
she's got a big Egyptian theme going.
Yeah.
And so she's been working on a mummy in her sarcophagus, and she's been doing all these elaborate things. I mean, 5,000 square feet at the dojo. She goes all out. I mean, there is nothing halfway about the haunt.
I need to know if Brandon Fraser will be there. That's all I'm saying.
In spirit.
Right?
In spirit. Not personally. And if he was there, Kat, you were not allowed to touch him again.
Again, I love that. I love it. Okay.
I know the restraining order has expired.
No, that's actually on Simon Baker.
Okay.
All right, so our hunt on the 26th and 27th is from 6 to 7 p.m. And then Boo Fest will be going on October 31st. And more information about that will be coming out. And then my hunt will be open from 5 until 8 p.m. But, I mean, if you come, if there's a line, we're not going to shut the door in your face. We're not going to be like, no. So we'll be doing it on Halloween. And then, of course, Sam at Bradley's will also, their hunt will be going on in the evening on the 31st as well. So lots of fun stuff.
And the Creative District is hosting the costume contest.
Yes.
There's going to be like a photos, costume contest, prizes from the Chamber.
Yes.
Chamber Bucks is supplying those prizes. Yeah, it's going to be a great day.
It's going to be a great day.
Yeah.
Oh, and
This is my favorite time of the year.
I found some decorations for you guys.
Oh.
Yes, we started pulling up. If you go by...
Oh, for the Creative District. No, I thought you were talking about for my house. I'm like, oh, thank you.
Oh, no.
I appreciate that.
But yeah, so lots of amazingly fun stuff coming up.
I do have one here that actually somebody sent me.
Yeah.
And I've been talking with this person, a friend of ours who has been helping a friend of theirs deal with Guillain-Barré syndrome. He's recently he's actually about to be released from the hospital. He's having a lot of the same issues I went through when I was in the hospital. So been kind of a kindred spirit here. This young man, he was injured in a rodeo accident.
Oh wow.
He's from Valley. Let's see. It says, come join us on Sunday, October 13th at 3 p.m. at the Valley Drop Time as we come together to raise money to help our dear friend Jimmy Townsend out with expenses as he battles a life-changing diagnosis of Guillain-Barré disease or Guillain-Barré syndrome. There's going to be a chili feed, raffles. Oh my goodness. There's raffle tickets to win a 36-inch Blackstone grill.
Wow.
That is a great prize. Wow. They're going to have a silent auction with other neat prizes, desserts, and gift baskets. And all these proceeds go to help Jimmy and his family with expenses. So very, very cool. I guess a really nice young man who's going through some stuff right now. So
make sure to send that out so that Sharon gets it on her pile of calendar stuff.
I will. We're gonna get those printed up and out and about. So
yeah.
It's important. And he's rodeo's a big form of entertainment around here. So when those guys go down, we need to pick them back up and dust them off. All right. So let's with that about takes us to our break. We're gonna go ahead and thank our sponsors. We're gonna listen to the news. You have to get out of here. You're not going to join us for the second half of the show. Maybe we'll put Kat in the
operating seat, the driver's seat.
I believe you'd actually be the front passenger seat.
Right. I'm the co-pilot.
You're the co-pilot. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The navigator.
All right. So we'll be right back. You're listening to KCHW 102.7. We'll be back after this.
Yay.
It's 8:16.
Your KCHW morning show is made possible by donations from
Colville Toyota. Colville Toyota, located at 160 West 3rd Avenue in Colville, offers new and used vehicle sales and service. Vehicle sales is open 8:30 a.m. till 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, with a Toyota Express Maintenance Center open 7:30 a.m. till 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. More information on Colville Toyota's vehicle inventory and services is available at colvilletoyota.com. A small-town dealership with a big heart.
and by Chihuahua Flooring.
Chihuahua Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chihuahua Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Dell Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at chihuahuaflooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at chihuahuaflooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
The Public News Service Daily Newscast, September the 20th, 2024. I'm Mike Clifford. New research shows the gender wage gap widening for the first time in 2 decades.
The Census Bureau finds full-time working women make 82.7 cents for every dollar a man makes. This is down from 84 cents for every dollar in 2022. Connecticut sees this statewide, particularly in the public sector workforce. Dr. Jamila K. Taylor with the Institute for Women's Policy Research says states can enact policy solutions to address pay equity issues.
Factoring in things like access to childcare, the affordability of childcare. We know that childcare is much more expensive in this country. There have been conversations nationally about price gouging and the price of groceries, even though, we know the economy has cooled down.
While the economy is growing stronger, she notes some sectors are still recovering from the pandemic. Childcare affordability problems existed before the pandemic but were only exacerbated. She feels one way Connecticut and the nation can help close the gender wage gap is by expanding their respective child tax credits. Affording childcare improves women's ability to make sufficient wages to meet their needs and those of their families. I'm Edwin J. Vieira.
If the gender wage gap continued on the same slow but steady narrowing trend, all women workers would have reached pay equity with men by the year 2088. And a new report from CNN uncovering a series of offensive and alarming comments allegedly made by Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson on online forums years ago jolted the governor's race on Thursday. That from the News and Observer. They report the newly unearthed comments, which Robinson denied making and called salacious, tabloid trash, prompted a flurry of speculation about whether Republicans in the state would continue to stand by Robinson. Former President Donald Trump has embraced Robinson's candidacy and has on many occasions praised him. In the governor's race, Robinson has consistently pulled behind the Democratic Attorney General Josh Stein by a fairly large margin. And early voting begins today in Minnesota. The state has implemented policy moves with the intent of making voting easier.
Curbside voting is a long-standing option for those with disabilities. But around the state, new voting machines are surfacing to improve accessibility for those with visual impairments and other disabilities. Anastasia Belladonna Carrera with Common Cause Minnesota says they've seen patterns in other states where election staff have had difficulties operating them. She says it wasn't a problem during Minnesota's primary, but they want to be vigilant this fall.
How many counties are out there that perhaps are having some of these issues and we're not hearing about it because we just don't have the capacity?
She says that's why trained volunteers are needed at these sites to assist or connect people with resources like the Common Cause Election Protection Hotline. I'm Mike Moen.
This is Public News Service. A new analysis of money contributed to the 2024 congressional candidates shows that women contribute about as frequently as men, but dollar amounts are significantly lower.
Kira Sanbumatsu with the Center for American Women in Politics found women contribute more money to Democrats than Republican candidates and more money to women candidates than men.
Men have provided over 60% of all the money contributed to congressional candidates, 37% by women, and this reflects the larger contributions that men make.
She says men's contributions more often go to Republican candidates. I'm Roz Brown.
Women are candidates in all three of New Mexico's congressional districts. Some ballot initiatives this year have taken more than voter signatures to get on the ballot. In Nebraska, they've already withstood major court challenges. More now from our Deborah Van Fleet.
This month, the Nebraska Supreme Court has heard two legal challenges to an abortion-related ballot initiative, even though it got 200,000 signatures. Both claim the initiative violated the state's single-subject rule. A third lawsuit argued that neither of the two ballot initiatives on abortion violate the single-subject rule, suggesting both or neither should be on the ballot. The justices allowed both to remain. Attorney Josh Livingston with the firm that filed the third lawsuit says it's noteworthy the justices agreed on the single subject rule issue, but stresses their comments about ballot initiatives are also noteworthy.
The opinion did say that the right of ballot initiatives is a protected right, and that needs to be democratically and liberally construed to allow for people to vote.
The Nebraska justices also rejected a lawsuit challenging a ballot initiative that would eliminate $10 million of state funding annually for private and parochial school scholarships. Nebraska is the only state with two abortion questions on the ballot this year, and the only one with an initiative seeking to restrict abortion access.
Finally, Catherine Carley lets us know Maine officials are stepping up land conservation projects as climate change continues to alter the state's terrain.
New funding from the Land for Maine's Future program will preserve more than 3,500 acres of farmland, forests, and working waterfront. Stephen Walker, executive director of the Brunswick-Topsom Land Trust, says the impacts of climate change make it more critical than ever to protect green spaces.
We really are excited about adding it to our list of spaces that will forever be open to the public and available for public recreation.
Walker says new funding will preserve more than 80 acres off West Bay Bridge Road in Topsom, including more than 4,000 feet of shoreline on the Muddy River Wetland Complex. It's just one of a handful of land parcels identified as containing statewide ecological significance. I'm Catherine Carley reporting.
Other recipients of the state funding include the Town of Wells Conservation Commission, This is Mike Clifford. Thank you for wrapping up your week with Public News Service, member and listener supported. Here's on radio stations big and small, your favorite podcast platform. Find our content and trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
Northern Lights Public Radio is 102.7 KCHW, Chewelah, Deer Park, Colville.
Some people.
And welcome back to the KCHW Morning Show. This is round 2. We are back for more action in the ring.
Woo! Sorry.
So we have Paula has left us for the show. She had to go check out some trees.
Paula has left the building.
Paula has left the building. She will be back Wednesday. But yeah, so we are left here with myself, Chuck Ritchie. We have Craig McQuain over here, and we have KS Brooks. Do you want to go by KS on the air, or what your friends call you?
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Is everybody listening your friend? No, I'll just call you KS. I know. But everybody's your friend, right?
I get called everything. I get called K, KS, KC.
Mr. Brooks.
Mr. Brooks, yeah. It was funny because at the Pacific Northwest Filmmakers Festival or Showcase that we did up in Colville, there was a couple standing there, and Joe Walzinski and I were standing there, and the young lady said, "Are they showing any of K.S. Brooks's films tonight? We heard that they were going to be doing that, and I haven't met him yet." And Joe's like, "He's a very difficult person." I'm like, "Yeah, he's awful. You don't want to meet him."
he's one of these prima donna director types.
Yeah, he's got a really big head, big attitude.
Yeah.
Steer clear. And then I told her it was me, and she got all fangirly, which was super cool, but
that's awesome.
It's just me.
That's awesome.
It was.
Well, he always puts you in all of his films. It's bizarre.
What?
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean the film parodies. He always puts you in all those.
Oh, K.S. Brooks does? Yeah.
Yeah, K.S. Brooks does,
Yeah. I'm stepping back a little bit and just doing more of the background roles and the producing and the writing and directing and getting other people out in front of the camera. But I've had people say that people watch them for me, which I don't get at all. But so I make cameos now. But I want to give other people the opportunity to get out in front of the camera and get the experience.
Wow. So Ken says he has a 7-foot-tall werewolf that stands guard in their entryway all year long for Halloween.
Nice.
That's amazing. So speaking of videos and Halloween, you came on to talk about a little something you got going on.
Yes. We are filming on the 28th, which is a Saturday. We are doing our annual Halloween music parody video. And as part of the Lost Falls Collaborative, which is about bringing film experience and education to rural and underserved communities. If anyone would like to be involved behind the scenes, like doing BTS behind the scenes photography or helping with lighting or whatever, we would love to have you.
I love BTS. They're my favorite Korean pop band. Sorry.
Yes, it's kind. I don't speak Korean though, so it's really hard to get them to move the lights to the right place and set the temperature.
That's true.
Yeah.
Nice folks, but communication is an issue.
Yes.
Thank goodness for Google.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're looking for background folks. Do you have any on-camera roles available, or is it pretty much
we're pretty much booked.
Okay.
Yeah, we're pretty much booked for talent, which is super cool. When I opened the casting call, it was filled within 2 hours. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's great.
That is cool.
It was.
I hear that you got this really cool cowboy.
We have lots of cool cowboys. We just filmed a Western comedy.
No, I know. I'm going to be the cowboy.
I know you're going to be the cowboy.
Well, I shouldn't say too much, right?
No, you should not. You signed an NDA, dude.
I should keep my mouth shut. I'm sorry.
Put some apple pie in there, mister.
Oop, I will.
He did that already.
Right? I would happily do it again. I've recovered.
Well, I do have a question for Craig about the apple pie. How difficult is the beard?
That was the hardest part for me. just because it's like immediately I'm like, Chuck knows. I was like handing everybody like paper towels because they were right there. I'm like, here you go. You're gonna need this. Like I had like one on each hand.
You had a full bib.
I made a bib out of one. Yeah, I was prepared, but
you had like half a roll.
I wasn't there to win. I was there to not like completely make a mess out of it.
Yeah.
Where Daniel was like, it was more about the mess he made. I think he was trying to like splatter us with the whipped cream as he hit his face against the
I think
table.
he was hospitalized afterwards. He said a little bit ago he still has whipped cream in his nose.
Oh my God. Well, at least it was whipped cream and not shaving cream.
Right? Right? Oh yeah. I told you the story last night.
Yes, but also
did you say shaving or shaming? I'm
shaving.
Yeah, I was like,
well, the Thanksgiving video that we did earlier this year, I guess. No, it was last year.
Yeah.
I don't know when it was, but that parody video of The Offspring, and at the end I get hit in the face with not one but 3 pies, and they were all shaving cream, not whipped cream. And actually, shaving cream does a great job of taking makeup off.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
It also does a great job of getting in your eyes. Did you get it in your eyes?
No, I got it in my mouth, though.
Oh.
Well, actually, what's interesting, I'm a little bit claustrophobic, and that first pie that hit my face, I, like, freaked out.
Did you?
Yeah. It was like...
Well, because you can't breathe.
You can't breathe. You can't open your eyes, nothing. And it's like, oh, my God, I didn't realize I was not going to have any faculties other than my hearing with this. And then the second pie and then the third pie, and I was just like, oh my God.
I will have to say that was a one take shot.
It was one take, so there was no way that I had to hold it all in.
And it turned out really great. It did. It really did. It was really fun to hit you in the face with a pie.
And Jamie's so sweet. She's like, oh, I'm going to do it so
She just kind of touched it to your face. Yeah.
And
I don't think I held back. I think
I would have been fine if you guys had hit me harder.
I just let her rip.
It was good.
Yeah, it was good. But yeah, the shot actually came out really great too. Yeah. It was just bam, bam, bam.
That's
with the 3
like,
pies.
I'm going to be entering that in the Idaho Panhandle Film Festival.
Oh, very cool.
Everybody talks about it. Carrie over at Fired Up's like, what was that video where he steps on the turkey?
Yes.
Everyone's like, yeah, that turkey video.
That poor turkey.
That was hysterical.
It looked so good too, and then it just got stomped and destroyed.
Do you know that John didn't have enough time to cook it all the way, so he spray painted it?
Yes.
It wasn't cooked.
It looked amazing. But then
he never cooked a turkey before. It was awesome.
But the thing is, though, that's what he thought. And then by the time he stomped on the turkey and we looked at it, it was cooked all the way through.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Yeah, so we could have eaten that turkey. Well, if he hadn't have stomped on it and spray painted it.
Oh, man. Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess, no, we couldn't have eaten the turkey. But.
That was super fun. The behind-the-scenes clips were just so hilarious.
That was a lot of
and
fun.
And Jamie going to you, what are you doing? And you're like, I'm getting food. She lost it. That was awesome.
That was good. And yeah, so Idaho Panhandle Film Festival, you actually, one of your other films actually won that one for Best Comedy Short, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, and someone I know might have been in that.
I think I know that guy too. This is Joe. Joe Wazinski was in that.
Yes, and you were in it.
Yeah, it was me and Joe. That one was actually a lot of fun to film. It was a little cold that morning.
It was.
Not as cold as the ZZ Top shoot.
Oh, my God. That was ridiculous.
Filming outside, pretending to play a bass guitar with bare hands at 10 below zero.
Yes, it was horrible.
It was.
You can see our breath, and you can see my breath because I'm pretending to sing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was bad.
I left there. I was actually screaming in pain as we were driving back here to film the Thanksgiving scene.
Yeah.
Because my hands hurt so bad as they unthawed.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could have that kind of pain just from being like the throbbing and.
Well, have you had frostbite before?
No, I have not.
Because if you have, it's like super. Because I have.
Yeah.
I had to dig my car out with no gloves on back in Boston like a billion years ago. But once you've got frostbite, you're screwed.
See, I grew up in Alaska, and we know how to dress for the weather.
Some guy drove me off the road. It wasn't my fault.
I'm kidding.
75 Monte Carlo, one-wheel drive.
Wow.
So
I had an old van with one-wheel drive and one brake.
One brake.
Yeah.
I know we played a birthday party, and it was I can't remember if it was fall or spring, but it was still just cold enough. But I remember that we were kind of in the barn. It was a hay barn, and they built a stage, or had like a trailer in the hay barn at one end. But it was like they had the fire at the other end of the barn, and they're all standing around the fire, and we're up there on the stage playing, and I'm just like, I think it was colder in the barn than it was outside because it was like all the hay was keeping in the cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like one of those times where it was like, yeah, maybe we need to have like portable heaters when we do something like this again.
Yeah, we were in a barn, and we were at Dave Bergman's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
but still, it was freezing.
That was the house we were at when we did the
barn. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, see, now everything's coming together. I was just going to say that would be a great place if they were willing to do a concert out there. And I'm guessing now that I know the last name of the family that lives out there, I'm guessing it probably would be. They would probably be perfectly happy.
An early memory of mine is going out there on like a 4th of July and just remembering as a kid, like there was somebody out in a floating raft or whatever, and they were shooting fireworks at the people on the beach, and then the people on the beach were shooting back at the person out in the. I don't know who it was. I can't remember, but I was just a kid back then, But my parents would, get together with Dave, and they'd be playing music and whatnot. So yeah.
That's cool.
My kids now. I'm like, yeah, we drive by. That's the place we did that shoot with all the really great cool cars. And my kids are like, yes, Dad, we know. Every time we drive by, yeah. So really quick, Craig, we're going to turn it over to you in just a second here for the Northern Light Spotlight. First, we forgot to get to the Chewila Valley Lions Club calendar earlier. So today for local birthdays on the Chewila Valley Lions Club calendar, we have Danielle Bradley, Grace Fuller, and Abby Fantasia with birthdays.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And we don't have Paula here to Muppet and sing her birthday song.
What kind of song?
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday.
There you go.
I was trying. I can't remember.
Paula, are you here?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yay! That's what I forgot. Yeah. The yay.
She flails around like a Muppet, sings a birthday song. That's great.
She loves it. She's got the energy.
Cute.
It's awesome.
All right, Craig.
All right, the Northern Lights Spotlight. This has been a fun thing we've been putting together, and we're actually up to 126 members now, which is about 30 more than last week. And it's good to see that it's growing. I kind of figured we'd start this and see if it kind of gained traction or not, and it seems to be, continuing to gain. We got some new submissions from different people, and I do encourage other people to get involved. The way you do that is go onto Facebook, look up the group Northern Lights Spotlight, like it, follow it, or however you do it, and then every week we put up a post that is basically like a place to put your poster for your event or anything like that, so that then we can spotlight it on the Friday morning radio show.
There you go.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be just music. It can be, comedy shows, magic shows, any entertainment, anything happening. We want to keep it primarily entertainment, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Rodeos, I'm guessing rodeos would be okay to put on there.
Yeah,
right?
well, and I mean, it's kind of a, some of the stuff that we advertise every week or from sponsorships or other ways. This is another avenue to get your event at least broadcasted on KCHW.
Exactly.
So,
there you go.
Yeah. And, I wanted to kind of showcase different things that are happening in our area for my own personal reasons, but at another time, I'd like to see who else is out there doing it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I go across some posts, and I try to add them to this if I can, but I don't necessarily have the time to compile all the different things that are going on. So I'm really encouraging other people to help me do this.
Yeah. No, it's been really successful so far, where there's a lot of stuff that we wouldn't have heard about otherwise.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like I would like to go back to the other week, the ones that, like, they didn't submit this week, so I can't really say it, but it's like, let's just get through it, and then, like, as we go, we'll try to, get better at it as we go.
127 now.
127, thanks.
There you go.
Yeah, awesome. Look at that. I just saw it pop up. Okay, Max Daniels actually posted, or I put the new Jack City's playing at Fall Fest, which we had already brought up, which is going to be awesome. That's October 5th here in Chewila.
Hey, you keep veering away from the mic there.
Oh, yeah, I got to stand right here. I'm bobbing and weaving. A new submission from Darren Hindlebrandt, which is just plain Darren. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he's playing at the Chinook Steakhouse 2 nights, Friday and Saturday. Let's see, is this actually going to be... Okay, so tonight, the 20th and the 21st from 6 to 9:30. On Sunday, he's at Beck's Harvest House. from
Where are those
10 a.m.
places?
and noon. I believe Coeur d'Alene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Spokane, Coeur d'Alene. That's where Darren's from. I think he lives out in the valley, but I'm not 100%. And then the QQ Sushi and Kitchen on Thursday, September 26th, 5:30 to 8:30. Our next one is come join Big Dog and the Howlers Saturday, September 21st at Deutschfest in Odessa, Washington, from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. on the outdoor stage.
That one looks like that one looks like fun.
And you can follow Big Dog and the Howlers at www.facebook.com Ritzville Howlers. So we actually have played a couple shows with them down in Ritzville. They're some friends of ours.
Yeah, I was checking out their Facebook page the other day, and yeah, they got good stuff.
Yeah, oh yeah. And Corey, he's the leader of the band. He's got quite the voice.
And I don't know what it is, Ritzville. I love that place. It's sort of our, maybe it's just because it's this like nice little spot of respite every time we travel. It's always like Ritzville is the first stop, once you leave here.
Yeah, and a lot of people, I can remember stopping there almost every time I would go to the Seattle area or wherever I'd be traveling. It's like that is like the hour and a half in or like hour into the drive, and it's like, oh, we're hungry or we need a pit stop. And so it's like you end up being in Ritzville.
You got the gas station there that says Ritzville on the top of it that always has all the yummy gut bomby gas station food, and
Yeah, I've slept in the parking lot.
Yeah, haven't we all? You're supposed to sleep inside your car, Kat. Get off the ground.
It was in my car. Coming back from night photography, I've slept in all the finest parking lots.
Haven't we all?
Hopefully not.
Well, and it was nice. Eli Christian commented on here. He says, Chewelah is a great town. I am thankful to live here and be raising my children here.
Oh, nice.
And he's the bass player from On Call Cowboys.
Oh, cool.
So just letting you know.
I thought that was your mom. No, On Call Cowboys. Oh my gosh, I was thinking of Old Souls and Antiques. You're right. I know who that is.
What?
Whoops.
More coffee, Chuck.
Whoops.
I was like, that was a burn or something? I don't know. Why did you have to go to my mom? I'm like,
Get that man some apple pie, caffeinated apple pie.
He's having a Freudian slip over there or something.
Yeah, no, my brain was going the wrong direction.
Well, I loved it last night because I was just like, they're all talking about, oh, your mom and dad, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, they're a big reason why I'm here.
Yeah.
Everybody's like,
that was not a your mom joke. Sorry.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, Sally.
Sally.
Well, what's funny is the radio is being broadcasted at my parents' house pretty much 24/7 because they leave the stereo on to kind of scare the critters away.
Yeah, it scares the skunks away.
Yeah.
I've heard that a lot.
Yeah.
At least we have a function.
No. Hi, Sally.
Yeah. All right. So the ski hill, on October 6th, they're having a Rocktoberfest and trail run.
Mm-hmm.
That got put up there as well, which is good to know about. And that's starting, I believe, pretty early. See if there's a time on here. I think I saw 10 a.m., but you might want to look that up if you are interested in the trail run on September 6th at the ski resort. It's a fundraiser of some sort.
Be on ski49.com.
Oh, I think it's a chance to pick up your pass for the season too. So that's what they.
Okay.
See, live music, entertainment, gourmet brunch, specialty drinks on the deck. Yeah.
You know who has brunch? Chewelah General Store on Sundays.
Oh yeah.
I haven't done it yet. Have you guys?
I have.
Oh, how was it?
Oh,
delicious.
Yeah.
It was good.
I love their food. They're gluten-free and vegan and vegetarian. It makes me happy.
They do. I know some people that are vegans that say like, "Oh man, it's so great. We go there every day now." They practically live there. They sleep in the parking lot even.
Shut up, Chuck.
Well, yeah, it's nice to have that in this area for people that have dietary needs that might not be easily met at our local grocery store. So,
yeah. And Fired Up has gluten-free pizza crust that's pretty good. And
their gluten-free crusts are really good. Yeah.
I love their pizza.
It's good.
It is good.
It is good.
Well, I think that pretty much concludes what I have in the spotlight this week, but I'll put up a post and we'll get it ready for next week. So if you're out there listening and you want to be a part of that, please submit. for next week's broadcast.
And in next week's paper, we'll have more about Fall Fest since Mr. Ritchie was kind enough to give me the info.
Right? I don't know if I was supposed to give you that, but you have it anyway.
Oh,
no,
well.
no, I think it's fine. I'm just kidding.
I could just make stuff up.
We want the newspaper to have the information.
Excellent.
So there's that.
Thank you very much.
No problem. All right, so that about wraps it up for the Northern Lights Spotlight features?
Yep, I think so.
Yeah, so once again, don't forget, if you want to get on there, if you have events that you want to get submitted, go on Facebook, go to Northern Lights Spotlight, find us, like it, sign up if you want to know more about what's happening.
It's super easy. I just did it to be number 127.
Find it, like it,
now we're
sign
128, so somebody out there was listening.
Good job, random
nice.
person.
There you go. I just love all of the musicians joining and actually, signing up and getting their stuff out. And
yeah,
I know there already are a few places to do that, but it's nice to have one that we can sort of go to for the radio station, and they can get that directly to us.
Run by musicians for musicians.
There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just like a shameless plug for our theater here. I was talking with Dino last night, and I've said this before. I don't talk about it probably enough on the air.
Mm-hmm.
We have a 50-seat theater here.
Mm-hmm.
I like to call it a sandbox. It got kind of put together and turned into more of a proper theater right before COVID. Then got shut down, and Scott left, and been trying to get it up and going, and really to be a place to spotlight local music. And this is a public facility. It's a public radio. I mean, it's not owned by the city or anything, but we're a nonprofit, public radio station, and this theater here is a sandbox for our local musicians.
It's underused.
It is. It's very underused, and I want our local musicians to have a home here.
And it's awesome. I mean, we filmed 2 different music videos on that stage. Yeah, no, it's super convenient, downtown.
Local filmmakers, musicians, podcasters. We have a soundproof recording booth.
If we have people out there that are engineers that or would like to learn more about doing sound, I mean, we could definitely use help on that end of it.
Definitely.
Because I'd love to do a performance here, but I don't want to have to, let's say, run the live and or have Chuck have to do all 3 things. I think we did really good with Matt Hopper. I think that worked out perfectly. We had a stage manager, we had front of house, and then we had you in the broadcast booth. That way we had all the needs were being met. Nobody was having to you didn't have to go out there and help Matt Hopper because I was there if he needed any help. And of course, Will is a great, sound engineer.
Yeah, Will.
I've been working with
Rob.
him doing our own recordings and stuff. And, him and I really see eye to eye on how to use microphones and, if we run into a problem, we're able to troubleshoot and get through it. So it's good. And then, John is also an awesome engineer. And he has lots of different tools. But
he's an hour and a half away.
Yeah, he's an hour and a half away. And can't always lean on John to
John, come back.
I mean, sometimes you can. Yeah. So, if you're interested in those type of things or putting on a show, let us know, and we'll see if we can put all the cogs together to make it happen.
And we're always trying to improve things, and we there's things we need because we do have a budget of, I guess we could say slightly above $0, but slightly below $2. So a very, very tight budget. We are a nonprofit radio station. We don't bring in a ton of money.
Bring your own glitter and glue. Yeah,
exactly. But we need to do this. To do this properly, we probably need some improvements in our sound recording abilities, some of our equipment. We've got a mixing board over there for the theater, but there's a piece of yellow tape all the way down one of them where there's a bad channel. The headphone.
Well, we found out
jack doesn't work.
One of the main speakers you were using has a bad tweeter.
Yeah, we need speakers. We need equipment, compressors. Amplifiers, that sort of stuff. We're kind of running with a bunch of stuff that was donated in the past, and a lot of that stuff's getting
past century.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff was from the 90s or earlier. But yeah,
and Will and I will take. I mean, we had already talked about it coming in and just cleaning some more of the stuff out and kind of getting rid of the unneeded stuff and try to just get it down to what you need, because it's the more sometimes it's just confusing.
Yeah, clearing the chaff.
Yeah.
Rinsing the rice. That's a euphemism I will never use again. Sorry.
Boy,
Sorry,
this
everybody.
was very starchy.
Yeah, right? Did you forget to rinse the starch off this music?
No.
Yeah. So and we do have facilities for a lot of different things here, and always trying to improve on that. And but it takes support from our listeners, and the people that are KCHW supporters and fans and other musicians and other people wanting to use the facilities. But it's here. It's yours. Alrighty. So what do we have next here? I was gonna get some trivia stuff ready, but I forgot. But let's see here. Hold on just a second. We'll just have some dead air here and uncomfortable silence.
We can just make up some trivia. I mean, we're all creative people here.
Right. Well, Paula's not here.
I was looking up. I did look up the origin of kazoos just because I was interested in when they
did.
Tell
I think
us,
it was like
please.
1860s, I believe. An inventor came up with that in like Virginia or so. I
In the
paraphrase.
United States?
In the U.S., yeah,
Wow,
it's actually a native-born instrument.
Huh?
Yeah.
Like Native American or
No,
just because it's
maybe
more-
it might have been inspired by something else, but I mean, I think that the original patent is out of like the 1860s or something, somewhere in there.
So the big question then, and this comes from a kazoo lover myself, weirdly, why?
Yeah, that's a good question.
So why did we need that? Was that answered?
No.
I
didn't like. I kept on trying to click. I was clicking on it to
memorize the
read
page.
to read the rest of it, and it wouldn't open. I'm like, that's
Oh,
weird.
man.
Yeah, someone blocked it.
Yeah.
We don't need to know more about this.
What in the kazoo?
All right, so I do have some questions here for you. We kind of, just to give a little hint, we kind of touched a little bit on this and semi-related to why Cat's here today.
What?
But there are 180,000 of these around the world. This
Women that people think are a man?
It's probably a lot more than that. No, this is a place you go. A place somebody goes.
Amusement park?
I'm trying to think of hints that won't just completely give you the answer.
How many? What was the number again?
180,000. This is a place that people go. A lot of people. I'm just going to give it away. A lot of people go there on Thanksgiving.
Oh, Chinese
Theaters?
food.
No, Craig.
Movie theaters?
Movie theaters. 180,000 movie theaters around the world. Actually, around the world, that actually seems a little. That seems lower than I would.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's.
Like-
I wonder if it's lower than it used to be.
I bet it is.
Probably.
Yeah, because there used to be one in every small town, kind of like
Oh,
a
yeah.
theater. Yeah.
There used to be one here in Chihuahua.
Right. Yeah.
When was that? Was that in the 90s it closed down or earlier?
I don't
know.
remember it being here. It might have been prior to that. When was the Seafirst building built? The one that they just tore down. That was probably in the 70s because
I'm
you
not
look
sure.
at the architecture of that building. So it was probably pre-70s.
Okay, because that was the original. That was the movie theater, right?
That's where
That-
it was.
That
yeah.
big building, yeah.
Yeah, it was in that brick building that's behind it that is the salon now was part of that.
Oh.
I don't know if it was actually connected, but it's no.
Oh, I didn't know. That's cool.
Yeah.
Maybe that was like the storage room or something where they kept the extra popcorn.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, so next question here.
Or the ammo for the pistols, right? Because isn't that what they used to do? Is they would shoot into the ceiling
in movie theaters?
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Oh
there
wait,
for
maybe
that.
that's just in Mel Brooks movies.
Okay. I don't like this one. 81% of women say they still have this in their phone. This is something 81% of women do not remove from their phone.
That's a toughie.
That's kind of vague.
I'm guessing you're still in somebody's phone, Craig?
Oh, ex-boyfriends?
Yes. An
Really?
81% of women say they still have their ex's number saved in their phone.
Oh.
Actually, that's not that bad. I mean, especially if it's like an ex-spouse with kids, you got to have their number in there. But,
Well, yeah, that doesn't count.
but I also go through the contact list of my phone. I have people that I did when I used to have my handyman business in the early 2000s. that I did like a 2-hour job for, I still have their contact information in my phone through 20 phones later.
I'm the opposite.
Yeah.
I'm so bad. Like when people call me, I'll be like, oh, I need to save that number. And then I forget. And then like 3,000 phone calls later, I'm like, oh, where's that number?
I have
and
thousands
you just have
of
all
contacts in
numbers,
my
just
phone.
random numbers through your recent calls. You're like,
But then I'll do that too, and I'll all of a sudden get a random text from somebody, and I have to scroll through the old text to figure out who it is. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yep.
Sometimes you have to scroll way through, especially with someone that hasn't texted you in a while. You're like, I don't remember this conversation at all. Yeah, I do that all the time. All right, okay. So this one, this is answer wrong and win. Are you guys ready? Do not give the correct answer.
Okay.
The correct answer is wrong. Negative 30 points for getting the wrong answer. 5,000 points for getting the right answer. Okay. But that's flipped, so it's right and wrong. And wrong is right.
Right.
You're trying to confuse us.
Exactly. That's the whole point. Okay. Name a U.S. state that is not connected to the mainland. So a double negative wrong answer.
Europe.
There you go.
Mexico.
There you go. Perfect. Perfect. You guys each get 10,000 points. All right. What is in the oceans that makes the water salty?
My
Please-
tears.
Please keep this radio friendly.
Oh my God.
That was great. Craig, do you have an answer?
Plastic bottles?
Oh, we're going to go with cat because that one was just depressing, Craig.
My tears aren't depressing?
Tears of joy.
Tears of joy. There you go. Yes. When I'm at the ocean, I cry tears of joy.
All right. Next one. Answer wrong and win. Give us a wrong answer here. This is something when a man wears a suit that he wears around his neck.
Wrong answer?
A wrong answer. Again, Kat, please.
Sorry. Oh my.
I made
A medallion?
A tutu.
There you go. A tutu. There you go. I'll give you both points for that one. Okay.
I was like,
I'll give Kat the win just for the laughter.
just for the reaction. You're
Right.
like, puts you in a whole other place, doesn't it?
All right, really quick. Wrong answer. How many years are in a century?
2.
There you go. Craig?
You stole my answer.
Sorry. 25 cents.
All right.
A
This
nickel.
This red thing hangs in hallways and offices and is used to put out fires.
Mistletoe.
There you go. Ooh, sometimes that starts a fire.
Oh, good one.
I'm not feeling very good at this. Like,
these are hard. These
Are we
ones
supposed to answer them all wrong?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
yeah, you're doing great.
All right,
Like,
well, that was actually the wrong the last answer wrong and win.
And I know mistletoe's not red, but there's usually a red ribbon on it. So
Right.
that's what
Aren't
I
the
thought
berries
that.
red?
I think they're white.
I should know this. When we lived in Tennessee, we actually had a mistletoe bush in front of our house. Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun to, like, you know, when the kids threw a ball or something in there because it's very spiky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. They're very dangerous.
Mistletoe, like a, what do they call it? It's an invasive, like, not like a fungus, but a thing that grows on other things and then kills them.
Like a parasite?
Parasite, yeah.
Was it? Is it?
'Cause
This was like
when
a
I-
bush, and we kept it trimmed like
When
almost
I
like a
lived
hedge.
in Maryland, are you thinking holly? Or are you thinking mistletoe? Because in Maryland, I had holly bushes.
Oh, maybe
and
it
they
was
had
holly.
red berries. But then the trees would have these huge clumps of mistletoe on them that would choke them out.
Oh, maybe it was holly. I knew it was something Christmas related.
Yeah, holly.
So it was probably holly. Okay, yeah, because it
Which
did have the
looks-
red berries.
Which Oregon grape looks exactly like. I was so confused when I moved here.
Lots of kudzu. The kudzu is freakish.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful at the same time, but also
Yes.
very
Yeah,
devastating.
they are attached to their host tree or shrub.
Ah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting.
I did not know that.
All right. So we have our next questions here before we get out of here for the day. These are history's mysteries. Ooh. All right. This one, Kat, is actually, this one might be right up your alley here. So the following events happened in what year?
Uh-oh.
What?
What?
Wow. And these are interesting because Oh, no. Okay. All of these, sorry, I didn't read ahead. All of these things happened in the same year.
Oh, okay.
Tell me what year that was. I was like, none of these have an answer, but they all have the same answer.
Okay. What year did these happen?
Okay. Kate and Allie and Murder, She Wrote, Kat, both debuted on TV. Ghostbusters and Beverly Hills Cop both hit movie theaters in the same year.
1985.
I remember that year. That was a good year. Ooh,
Go
man.
Craig.
That is incorrect, but we're going to keep moving on. Carl Lewis won 4 gold medals at the Olympics. The British agreed to leave Hong Kong. Okay, this wasn't the year this happened. This is the year they agreed to do it. The British agreed to leave Hong Kong in 1997. And Prince's Purple Rain was a top album. What year was this?
I was close.
You were very close.
Yeah, you're close.
Yep.
I guessed again, but I'll give you a shot at it first.
My big thing this one was Ghostbusters and Beverly Hills Cop. I actually think I went to see those as like a double feature in the theater as a kid.
I remember going to Ghostbusters and like falling asleep in it.
Oh, really?
I fell asleep.
I fell asleep in like
during
every
Star Wars.
movie. Yeah, like every first movie I watched.
I do now. I didn't as a kid. Especially now the movie.
Well, because you run yourself, like if you run yourself like you do, Chuck. I know you sleep is like,
What is sleep?
What is sleep? But yeah, once you get into like a comfortable spot with like the music on, it's just like.
Well, especially now they do the theater seats that are like cushy and you can recline in them.
Oh man, yeah.
Like we actually bring a blanket. We'll bring a blanket and a pillow to the movie theater. Yeah, we're goofy. They look at us coming. They're like, oh, another one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just trying to get some sleep.
Right. I just go for the naps.
I'm going to guess 83.
No.
Ah.
No. You guys are both really close.
I think it's 84.
It is 1984.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's it.
Yep. There you go. All right. Well, that about does it for our show. We're going to wrap things up here tell you that tonight you can stay tuned right here from 6 to 8 p.m. for the best classic rock and more with Old Man Mark. Following that, my computer screen is not loading here. There we go. Following that is the psychedelic hour from 8 to 10 p.m. Then 10 to 11 is Days of Confusion, both with the Hermit. So you guys have a good weekend. Hopefully,
you too, Chuck.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Chuck.
hopefully make it out to the market today. It's going to be a gorgeous day. We're going to go out, meet up in Spokane later. We're going to have a
kazoo label party.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. We're going to be in a public space labeling
Kazoos.
hundreds of
Hundreds.
kazoos. Yeah.
If not tens of hundreds.
Yeah, and don't forget over the weekend, starting Monday, those kazoos are going to be out and about in local businesses. Support your local businesses. Make your favorite business win the competition for a free month of sponsorship with KCHW. Get your raffle tickets, which are, again, also the kazoo, and support KCHW.
And what's the prize for the raffle? Is it a 50-50 or?
No. We're getting prizes. The prizes will be announced during the show. They're gifts and gift cards and individual prizes.
Awesome.
Yeah. We're just gonna do fun stuff from local businesses.
Excellent.
During the Fall Fest during the day.
If you ask that KS Brooks guy, he might donate something.
Yeah, I'll give him a call after
That'd
the
be
show.
cool.
Yeah, do you have his number?
Probably not. He probably called me and I just never put it in my phone.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I have it in his phone. I have it in my phone like 10 times. All right, everybody, you've been listening to the KCHW Morning Show. We will be back Tuesday with Scott and Val. And don't forget to tune in tonight and get out this weekend. It's going to be a beautiful weekend. Have a great one. See you guys later.
Take care.
Have a good day.